Okay, let's get a couple more parts. We're going to go back to place views and new sheet. And again, we have a new sheet that's the same size with the right size title block. Go to base. We are ready for part number 3. If you missed part 2, is on the previous video. We are going to make this. Let's see what 1:1 looks like. 1:1's too big. Half scale is going to be good enough. Okay, there's my front view, my top view, my side view, my ISO view. Make my isometric view shaded. And then I'm going to go back to annotate. And it says to make this coordinate method and datum dimensioning. So I can use baseline. And I'm going to pick an edge here. And then I'm going to pick this point. And it doesn't want me to pick that point where those two things come together. But it will do it anyway, even though it didn't want me to. So now that I know it well, I'm going to go back and do this thing again. Right click and say continue. There's all my dimensions that I need. And I'm going to go from, right click and hit create. Back to baseline again. Let's go from here to here, to here, to here. And it did exactly what I wanted it to, even though it didn't look like it would. Hit create. And we still need a depth dimension, so we can put it here or here. Let's put on this one. It looks lonely. Okay. Notice though, we made this in centimeters, and none of these numbers look right. We're going to right click and go to, first, let's highlight all of our dimensions. So I'm going to do this, right click and say, it doesn't like that. We'll have to click each one individually. So hold down Control, go through, select your dimensions. Hopefully your computer's not laggy like mine is. Oh, this is painful to watch, I'm sure. Let me show you how to do just these, and then I'll pause the video and do the rest on my own. So I'm going to go to New Dimensioning Style, and my units I'm going to change to centimeters, and then say OK. So now I have nice looking metric numbers. I'm going to pause the video, change the rest of these to centimeters. Boom, editing magic. This one is done. This is the coordinate method by saying how far over and how far up. And this should be everything that we need. Also, notice it is very important that whenever you are changing these, you're not going to edit dimension style, but new dimension style. Edit dimension style would also change sheets 1 and 2. So, new dimension style, whenever you go to make change to just one of your sheets. If you want to change everything on all of your sheets, use edit dimension style. Okay, let's do one more on this video. Back to place views and new sheet, and we're ready for part number 4. And this is going to be the same kind of thing, but instead of using the coordinate method, we are going to be using the angular method. So make that one shaded, and it doesn't specify if we need to use chain dimensioning or datum dimensioning, so I guess we don't have to worry about that. Alright, angular method, we want to tell it what the angle is. So I'm going to click on Annotate, Dimension, and if you click on a surface and then click on the line, it'll tell you the distance between those two lines. Click on a surface, click on a line, it'll tell me the angle of that. I'm not a big fan of this, but this is what they want you to do. I know what that angle is now. I need to know how far over it is and how far over this is. Okay, if we have the angle, we don't need to know. You know what, let's just move this to the other side. That really bothers me. If we have this distance, we don't need to know this distance because we have the angle. If we have this distance, we would still need one more from here to here. And then we don't need to know this height because we have the angle. We do, however, need an overall height, and this view is getting a little cluttered, so let's just put it over here. And we will still need our overall dimension here, and one more over here. Okay, put in your name, and let's save there.